Hey guys, and welcome back for another video. So most of you have already heard about the tragic events that happened down in Texas with the flash floods and how hundreds of lives at this point have been affected. I want to say they said almost 200 people were definitely confirmed deceased at a specific camp in Texas called Mystic, which was a all young girls Christian camp. They lost 27 girls. So it's pretty sad, very, very horrible situation. I can't even imagine as a parent losing my child, and especially in a way where you just sent them away for summer camp fun and a learning experience. And with this being a Christian camp at that, they were probably trying to grow spiritually. And then for something this horrible to happen, it's just devastating, right? Well, there was a black woman who decided to show her butt and how ignorant it was by saying these things.
I know I'm probably going to get canceled for this, but Camp Mystic is a whites-only girls Christian camp. They don't even have a token Asian. They don't have a token black person. It is a all-white, white-only, conservative Christian camp. If you ain't white, you ain't right, you ain't getting in, you ain't going, period. And I think that context needs to be said in this matter. It's not to say that we don't want the girls to be found, whatever girls that are missing or whatever right now, but you best believe, especially in today's political climate, if this were a group of Hispanic girls, especially with them being in East Texas, it should be most likely Hispanic. If this were a group of Hispanic girls out there, this would not be getting this type of coverage that they're getting. No one would give a. And all these white people, the parents of these little girls, would be saying things like they need to be deported, they shouldn't have been here in the first place, and yada, yada, yada. So before y'all come at me, before y'all start leaving hate comments on my page about, oh, these are just kids and they don't know no better, the parents of these children who are choosing, and it is a choice in 2025, it is definitely a freaking choice to go into East damn Texas and to make a all-white enclave exclusionary just for white people, with all the black people in East Texas, with all the Hispanic people in East Texas. Somehow, some way, you have carved out an all-white, whites-only enclave in East Texas.
Okay, so I'm just going to stop her really quick, guys, because the ignorance that she's displaying is quite astounding. But I'm also going to insert a couple of things that you can easily Google yourself, and that's where I got the information from. Yes, while it is a predominantly white camp for girls only, it is not exclusively for white people. The issue here is that it costs almost $5,000 for a 30-day period at this camp. And so most black people, most Hispanic people probably down in that particular area of Texas, maybe they don't have the funds. And even if they did, maybe they wouldn't be interested in sending their children to a Christian camp that they considered predominantly white. I know for a fact that there's plenty of black people that I know that refuse to send their kids to predominantly white schools or predominantly white activities because they don't want their kid to be the token black kid, or they don't want their kid to be the token standout person. But I'm pretty sure the main reason that you don't see a lot of black or Hispanic children at these particular camps is because it costs almost $5,000 for a 30-day period. And it also mentions on Google that most of the time you are set up for these sessions years in advance. So apparently it's a hot commodity to get into this camp, or it was, I should say. We don't know if that'll be the case in the future considering this devastating event, but yeah.
For your white children. I have a big problem with that. Once again, this is no shade to the girls. I hope they all get found. But once again, y'all have to understand the climate that we're living in. They want you to have sympathy for these people. They want you to get out of your bed and to come out of your home and to go find these people and to donate your money to go find these people. Meanwhile, they are deporting your family members. Meanwhile, they're setting up concentration camps and prisons for your family members. And I need y'all to keep that in mind before y'all get out there and put on the rain boots.
So apparently she's been receiving a lot of backlash, as you might well expect. I mean, what she said was just flat out rude and inconsiderate considering the situation at hand here. We're talking about young, innocent lives being taken due to weather, not anything that they could have possibly earned or deserved, or due to some racist element, whatever she was trying to say. She's turning this into a black versus white, Hispanic versus white thing, and it shouldn't be. And so, thusly, her live got taken down. And of course, like most of our wonderful queens do when they are caught doing something dead stupid or wrong, they double down on it. And apparently, these are screenshots from her Facebook. Someone replied on her page and said, "Girl, you brought this upon yourself. Freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom from the consequences." And Sade's World, that's her Facebook name, if you want to go and check it out yourself, she said, "Consequences for what?" Laughing emojis. Maybe it was God's will to wash them little cunts away. And then another woman says, "Pray for Mystic at church tomorrow." She said, "Hell no." So clearly this lady is just weird, crazy, has no sympathy, probably because the children were white. And maybe she's got some kind of racist thing going on against white people. I don't know. Or maybe she's jealous because she could never afford to go to a camp like that. Who knows? But let's watch another video that she made in response.
Since y'all got my live taken down, I guess I'll just chit chat in a video. I mean, I don't understand all this, extraordinary hate and whatever. Like, I get that white people are not used to people telling them and calling them out on the racism and telling them about their double standards and how you wouldn't give a damn about other children and how there's children in ICE detention right now we all don't give two fucks about. There's no prayers going up for them. But and stop everything we're doing to go and hunt for these little missing white girls.
That's crazy.
I mean, for y'all to just be on here, just straight up racism. Every comment, I would say every comment. I would say 99.9% of the comments have just been, EBT this and welfare that and you're a monkey and yada yada yada. Like, y'all haven't. It's been like 100 years. Y'all haven't come up with nothing new.
So now you're mad that people are coming at you with the same level of vitriol and racism that you had the audacity to put out your opinion concerning this horrific, tragic event. You can't take the stupidity out of people sometimes, and the sympathy and things that she claims that she has. It's just not there. The fact that she's even bringing up ICE, first of all, you're black. You're probably an American. You were probably born here. Your families probably have been here since they were born here. All of that. You don't have to worry about being deported. So pick a fight and stick to it, because at the end of the day, it's not even about race at this point. It's about what's right and what's wrong. And if you're here illegally in America, it's flat out wrong. And just because you have nowhere to go, it doesn't mean anything. You should do the right thing in order to get over here correctly. And then therefore, you don't have to worry about someone deporting you or your young children or your old sickly parents or whatever it is. People don't have to have sympathy for criminals. Point blank, period. Like, that's just what it is. And if you don't like that fact, then don't come here. That's just what it is, at the end of the day. But we're not even here to talk about that. We're here to talk about this African-American young lady making a fool out of herself, and black people for that matter, because I, for one, am a black woman, but I don't feel this way. I don't feel like just because, let's be honest, I can't afford to send my daughter to a camp that costs $5,000 for 30 days. Not at this point in my life. Perhaps in the future, things could change for me and my husband, and we may very well be able to. Now, would that be the camp I would send him to? Of course not, considering what just happened. I would never send my kid halfway across the country to die. You know what I'm saying? Like, there would be no way. So I would always want a safer situation for my child. But to me, this is pure jealousy of white people. Another instance of it. Black women want to claim in so many different ways, shape, and forms that they're not jealous of white people, but every single chance that they get to say something horrible and disgusting about white women or white children, even for that matter, they do it. And it's not only black women, it's a lot of ignorant people, period, that show their racist butts. And it's just honestly disgusting and stupid, and just, again, shows your level of intelligence. And if you're still looking at skin color as a reason to judge people, you're just stupid. Like, you're really dumb, because there have been too many instances in which a person is black and they're stellar and they're doing great and they have money and they make great decisions about life. And then there's been too many situations where someone was white and they're downtrodden and they're drug addicts and they're making poor decisions with their life and they're going nowhere with it, or vice versa for that matter. So it doesn't matter about color. It's about choices. It's about decisions. And if you're still the kind of person that thinks color has something to do with it, you're just an idiot. And anyway, thank you so much for making it this far. Tell me what you think, guys.